I'm Corbett Wall with USDA Market News, here with your weekly feeder and stocker cattle market summary for the 2 weeks ending July the 11th, where we stretched over that 4th of July holiday. And during that period and closing here this last Friday, feeder and stocker cattle ended the weeks steady to $5 higher, mostly $8 to $10 higher on those 800 to 900 pound yearlings. But a lot of volatility during that 2-week trading session, where we had a lot of those yearling holiday specials right around the 4th there on either side, and set some new record highs and really shot those up there higher than anybody ever dreamed. But then as we come into this last week, you had sharply lower Chicago Mercantile Exchange feeder cattle futures, with your August contract falling more than $7 just since 4th of July. But there was some spark there towards the very end of the week here on this late Friday, where we did see those losses rebound from near limit losses on Friday back up closer to unchanged. And then after the board closed on Friday, the after hours e-trading was actually higher, so that might bode well for next week. But we know that this is more than just profit taking, because there was several days of sharply lower markets there, and a lot of the analysts blamed it on technical pressure, which really means that they're just reading the charts, and the charts are giving them signals that they need to sell. But you know, maybe somebody forgot to tell the charts that we're really short of feeder cattle right now, and we're going into the best looking corn crop that we've had in recent memory. It's going to be the largest in history. This corn is tanking right now. Your spot corn on the Board of Trade is below $4 a bushel. Cash corn in Omaha is $3.65 a bushel, and it's not costing a lot to feed these cattle. We can feed them to heavy weights and really recover a lot of that, even though we're really branching out there on these feeder cattle prices right now. But all natural is a big deal, especially in the northern plains, and we're seeing a lot of prices really getting out there, and that's really your main and only value-added premium is on your all-natural yearling cattle, not so much on calves. All-natural calves is not a big deal. You just don't give them any antibiotics. But if you can make it through the weaning period and grow those cattle all the way into yearling feeders and still be all natural, and having sorted out all those treated calves and lighter weight yearlings, then you really got something. And in Bassett, Nebraska, they had some drug-free steers there, 2 loads of them to weigh 800 pounds, brought $2.40 a pound. And that's quite a bit more than the all-natural yearlings we're bringing right there. On Superior's week in the Rockies, the best price that I saw was on 260 steers that were all natural out of Buffalo, South Dakota, to weigh 1,050 pounds in October, bring $205.50. So really some big prices on these all-natural cattle. These farmer feeders are really getting aggressive on these big yearling feeders. They're going to walk some of this corn to town, and they're jumping in there, and some of these are being able to qualify. They've got smaller operations. It's easier for them to keep those cattle qualified for the all-natural programs whenever they go to slaughter. But calves posted big prices this week too. In Dodge City, Kansas, at Winter Livestock there, their light 3-weight steer calves averaged 323 pounds at $357.40 on the average, which is really up there. Your fat cattle this week, 2 to 3 lower than the all-time records that they set during the holiday week, which was just short of 160 there. They had 158.9 there, but 2 to 3 lower this week, from 155 to 156. Regional weighted averages in the north central states, an 800 to 900 pound steer over the last 2 weeks cost you $215.55, compared to $206.03 the previous week and $142.05 a year ago. Down in the south central region, the 6 to 7 weight steer cost you $235.53, compared to $230.77 the previous week and $150 even a year ago. Down in the southeast, a 4 to 5 weight steer cost you $250.78, compared to $243.93 and $148.90 a year ago this week. That wraps up your feeder and stocker cattle market summary for this week. Check out our website for more market information at marketnews.usda.gov. And from the Regional Market News Office in St. Joe, Missouri, we'll talk to you next week.